basically the idea is that you're warming up the tissue. You can actually circle your thumbs. This is sort of like a variation of Pac-Man, where you're basically taking the tissue to press it up against each other. So you're basically making walls of tissue, like that. See, I can get up under it, and I can push it. So you can do the same kind of technique by just taking the tissue and reaching in and pushing it against the bone. So sometimes it's going to feel easy enough to do that in thumb circles, or sometimes you may want to use a bigger tool like the heel of your hand and take big walls of tissue and scoop them up and press them, lift them, squish them against that bone. You know, you don't want to overuse your thumbs. So I'm basically creating the same kind of wall of tissue, but I'm using the heel of my hand. Just because I don't feel like I can get a very good grasp on that with my thumb. There I have the tissue, but I think it doesn't circle so well with him, so I'm going to grab the tissue with my heel. This again is an example of where, for especially many clients when they're turned out laterally, that it feels really good for you to take charge as the therapist and push their whole leg in medially. You're now stretching the entire leg, especially all the lateral rotators of the hip. So you're accomplishing several things at once, and they can feel that nice stretch. Now the work is going all the way into his hip instead of just in his lower leg. So don't ever feel like because they're turned out this way, you cannot work the lateral aspect very well. You take them yourself, you turn them in medially, and you kind of take charge, and that feels really good. And if I have, enough pressure going in medially, I don't have to hold still with one hand. I can keep the stroke going like that. Or if I do hold steady with one hand, that kind of adds a nice stretch to it. Now I want to work in there. Work out those tight spots, start melting through the layers, warm them up. You see it's getting pinker and softer right there. That's that wall of tissue that I'm taking and pressing and lifting against the bone.